Oh, this is what I have been waiting for. So, here we go. Edward Pritchett, 8647. Okay, so 8647. So in his title, his, what do you call it? His little avatar, okay? Get rid of Trump. And then he says, I don't trust Democrats or Republicans. They're all the same. So if you're going to pick on one of them, you should pick on all of them instead of being so picky about who you pick on. Now, this is the one where I was reading at Trump's passing. What will take place? Well, I did a reading on the other side. I did a reading on Biden. So he goes, continuing on, I believe in the Bible, not tarot cards, because it's definitely against the Bible. That's devil worship. Then he goes on, devil worshiping is against God's rules. You better get used to that. And then it's, again, another person, Miss Doglover, Trump 2028. Okay, so he is, at this point, he's gone, okay? His drama is gone. But I'm going to address this. I've just been waiting for this one. The next one that comes up, doesn't like what I'm saying. If it's such devil worship, why are you watching it? Okay? Why are you here? You didn't like what I said? You're a Trump supporter, didn't like what I said, so now all of a sudden it's devil worship? But you're here engaging in it. Okay? Now let me tell you something. You don't know the Bible. Okay? You don't know the Bible. There are the gifts of the Spirit. Okay? You want to go always back to the Old Testament. Okay? About necromancy. Okay? Necromancy is calling on the dead. Those dead of spirit. Those of demonic mentality. Okay? So you have no idea what you're talking about. So let me explain it to you, okay? There's nothing here. God says he's the God of the living, not the dead, okay? And if you go and you look at the New Testament, which apparently you don't do, because you are just in the Old Testament where they want to play the blame and they want to put the drama and they want to put this nonsense out. What did Christ say? He said nothing about any of that. He said, I have to leave now so that I can send you the Comforter. Okay? The Comforter, the Holy Spirit. And with the Holy Spirit came what? The gifts of the Holy Spirit. Do you know what any of them are? Prophecy, okay? Prophecy. You know what prophecy is? Healing. You know what healing is? Can you do healing? Apparently not, okay? So you have no idea about any of the gifts of the Spirit. Miss Lily. So yeah, the gifts of the Spirit come in. Comes like a rushing wind. And what happens above their heads? The fire comes above their heads. The awakening of the Holy Spirit. Okay? Which in the Hindu tradition is Kundalini. It's awakening that energetic. Okay? And with that come these gifts. Gifts of the Spirit. Okay? Which again, you know nothing about. And there's nothing at all in the New Testament about tarot. Has nothing to do with devil worship. Devil worship is what? That ego worshiping the golden calf. And apparently, you want to put Trump, who worships the golden calf, on a pedestal. Okay? The one that's broken every commandment there is. The ones that the religious of the churches, if it's not a devil-worshipping church, evil angel church, that says he is 100% not Christian. And so you come here with that BS that you want to say. Okay? Some of the things are about edification. Okay? Edification. Giving that which is going to aid others. Edification. Wisdom. Knowledge. Okay? Wisdom and knowledge. Prophecy. Okay? Do you understand any of that? Discerning of spirits. You can't discern a spirit. I suggest you go read the New Testament. Okay? Go read the New Testament and see what it actually says. See what the admonitions of Christ are. Okay? Because what I speak on this channel, you will find they are absolutely in alignment with what Christ has said. Yeshua ben Joseph, he came to be a reformer of Judaism. A reformer of Judaism, and what you want to stay is the old nonsense that's in the Old Testament. Okay? So you don't know the Bible. You come here with your nonsense. Okay? And that's usually the first thing. You don't like a reading? Oh, it's demonic. There's nothing demonic about it. Okay? You give prophecy, edification, knowledge, wisdom, that enlivening, okay? That is part of the gifts of the Holy Spirit. And yet, you put on a pedestal someone that worships the golden calf. And you want to say that if you do tarot, you're a devil worshiper. Again, what does it say about you coming to the channels to see what they say? And when they don't put Trump on a pedestal? And what did Yeshua ben Joseph say to Satan? Get thee behind me. Okay? Get behind me. Satan said, oh, bow down and worship me, and everything you see can be yours. Okay? And that's what you're after. You're one of those that bows down to ego, puts ego on a pedestal. Okay? And you know nothing about the Bible. Absolutely nothing. Because if you did, you'd understand the Old Testament. Yeshua ben Joseph came as a reformer. Okay? As a reformer of Judaism. And that's what you stay stuck in. The Old Testament. But Yeshua ben Joseph came to give the good news. The good news. And those that are like you want to call the light dark and the dark light. You put on a pedestal an egomaniac, a narcissist, a liar, a thief, a cheat, consumed with only putting in his place all of these little dramas of gold. How wealthy he is, how powerful he is. Okay? So don't come here and talk to me about being a devil worshiper. Okay? I started out in an esoteric Christian to become a minister. Okay? I went through a 30-year journey and completed in 1999. So when you want to come here and spout your BS of hate and fear and division, okay, you need to take it down the road because you know nothing about the gifts of the Spirit and what opens. Okay? I prayed at a young age to walk the path of Christ. Okay? So I guarantee if there's a devil worshiper here, it would be you. Transiting on hate and drama and BS and nonsense. So on that note, I'm going to leave that here. Look up. Look it up. What are the gifts of the Spirit? What is it? Prophecy. Prophecy? What is prophecy? What's coming? What's coming? And it makes no difference if you're using cards or if you just see it. Okay? Psychic skills, etc. You don't know what prophecy is. You don't know what edification is. You don't know what healing is. Okay? You don't understand any of these. Okay? You had best be learning rather than, again, putting out false condemnation on people. So on that note, I'll leave that here. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Okay?